She's a diva with a destiny. Got purpose and zest, you see. Books, business, and accessories. She walks in favor and she's blessed indeed. She keeps her head and her heels high, and her limit soars beyond the sky. If it's purpose she's pushing, you've tuned in with Table Talk with the Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in. The enemy he's trapped won't win. For God has given you vision, and in the end you shall win. Hey. Table Talk with the Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in.
Well, great evening, and welcome to Table Talk with the Diva. I am back once again. We're super excited for season number 9. And guess what? We are coming to the end of the year. This is year number 3 that God has been faithful and showing up with us to show out. So we are back once again. It's been a minute. I've been down under the weather, but nevertheless, I am still excited, delighted, and ignited to be here in your living room. So I need you to fasten your seatbelts because we have one of our amazing guests that's coming back to share her experiences and all the good things that she's doing. Okay, we've had the Deanna Elise is back. So I want you to get ready because we're ready to excited to hear what she's going to chat about. But before I do that, I need you to make sure and share, like, and tag someone because we are now Facebook Live and YouTube Live. So that means if you don't have social media, guess what, girl or brother? You can go to YouTube and just plug us in and see what's happening on Table Talk. So yes, we are excited. I pray that you had a wonderful and amazing Thanksgiving, celebrating with fellowship, love, and family, because that's what it's about, being thankful for those that are a part of our lives that make us even better every day of our lives. So once again, welcome to Table Talk. So please make sure you share the live video, this episode, not video. Please make sure to share the episode because we want to get plugged in and hear what all the amazing things that Deanna Elise is doing. So we are going to go ahead and move into this right now. And let's welcome the beautiful Deanna Elise. Hey, Queen! How are you?
I'm really, really good. I'm actually, funny thing, I'm actually at a rehearsal right now, but we're on break. So, I was able to come in. Like, I'm really happy to be back.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. We're happy to have you back. So yes, you were here, in 2021 or was it 2020? I think it was 2020. Was it?
Was it 2000? Has it been 2 years already?
I think so. Has it been? Okay. She was here and she had a couple of things that she was doing. Well, several things she was doing. Some she could not even speak on because of contract and all the litigations that goes along with those things. She couldn't speak about it. But so she's back here to share some tips, some nuggets to inspire you that may be in, because Deanna is a model. She's an actress. She does so many different things. And I'm going to let her talk about and tell you who she is, and we'll chat it up and just have a great time. So no formal anything needed, but I just want to say again, welcome back to Table Talk. So before we do that, we always have an icebreaker. So I'm going to do the icebreaker. I will give you a word. You give me a word. So right now we're going to only do 2 this episode. I think I probably gave you 3 the last time, so I'm going to go a little easy on you. So this time, the icebreaker, the word for tonight, the first word I think we're going to give you is dramatic.
Dramatic. Am I just supposed to give
your life? Yeah, dramatic.
Me? Me?
You are that. I like it. Okay. Your second word, I think, will be lights camera, action. So I guess I should have said it's 3 words, but it's going to be one phrase: lights, camera, action.
Um, Genius. That's all I can say for right now. But just keep an eye out for that word, genius.
We will take it. We will take it. Love it, love it, love it. Awesome. Okay, so I gave her dramatic, and she said me, and she knows her very well. And I think I know a little bit about her. So I am totally in agreement with that. Deanna Elise, the Deanna, is dramatic. She can pull things out of her head and just think, well, who is that? And was that her over there? Is that what? Yeah, that girl. So she's definitely that girl, that actress, that model, that singer, that girl that does it all. And I'm so elated to know her and call her family. Super, super proud of you, by the way.
Thank
So
you.
absolutely. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, okay. And I guess I should have said something in the beginning. Well, maybe I'll just wait until the end. How about do that? We're going to roll right into the conversation because I understand that you are at a practice and we don't want to hold you long, but we want to hear a little bit of what you got going on. So, Deanna, first of all, introduce yourself and tell them just a little bit about Deanna Elise.
Oh, well, hi. Yeah, my name is Deanna Elise. I am an actor, dancer, model. You know, I've always tried to keep it in a lot of different avenues. So if anybody ever tells you you have to pick one, no, you don't. I've been doing it. How old am I? 24 now. I've been doing it for almost 23 years and never picked an avenue.
Come on.
So
Come on.
Um, yeah, I've been going to performing arts schools my whole life, from elementary school at DeKalb Elementary School of the Arts to high school, DeKalb School of the Arts, and even into college, the American Music and Dramatic Academy in Los Angeles. That was, y'all know, a time in itself. But um, yeah, like I've always been into the arts. I've always been one to perform, always wanted to entertain. I don't know, like I've always just seen my name in lights and just seen myself on a stage, on a TV, on a computer, just somewhere to entertain people at all times. So
Wow, at all times. I love that. At all times. So that means that you're always you're a positive person, being very productive, I would say. And so when we can bring a smile or enlighten someone to try to make their lives just a little bit better, or a little bit brighter, I think that speaks volume about who we are. So definitely that's what you do. That's what you bring to the table, on screen, on the play, Broadway stages, the things that you're doing, that you've done, and that you will continue to do. It's so important. So I'm just super, super proud. And at such a young age, you've gotten started. So I love that. So I would say that you're a natural. What do you think?
I would honestly for a lot of things, a lot of it I would say yes, but you know there's always that stage fright and that feeling of like, am I a natural at this, am I actually doing it? But yeah, I'm getting into the habit of saying I'm a natural at it.
Okay, okay. Well, definitely, that's what I see. I see you're natural born for this. You're born for this. You know, some things we can do so well and without, and I said effortlessly. Some things because that's stuck with me. And I would say, just even what my producer just said before we got started, if you caught that. And I said, you know what? And I always laugh about it, but somehow it seems to come through every time. So I'm grateful. So I think I have a niche for certain things, and we all do. We all do. So definitely, I say you're a natural. But moving on now, you've already told them already who you are and about how long that you've been in this industry. Because, like I said, you dance, you model, you act. Oh my God, you just doing it. So you've been in it quite a long time. So I think you have a little bit, yeah, quite a bit that you can share to help someone. So I guess the first thing I would probably ask, tell us what you're doing right now. What's been going on? Because when you came the first time, I think it was in maybe it was in 21. Maybe it was in 21 because this is year number 3. Um, yes, season number 9. Every 4 months we start a new season. This is season number 9. So I would ask, what are you doing? What have you done that we can look for? They can kind of Google Deanna Elise and pull you up, or YouTube you and check you out.
Well, Yeah, since I am working on things right now that I actually cannot talk about,
Okay.
I do have two things that recently came out that I can definitely talk about. The first one is a music video that I recently did with an artist. Her name is Amber J. She's like a house DJ. She's amazing. If you haven't heard the name, make sure you go check her out, Amber J. And then the season 3 of the show that I've been on, Step Up High Water, it just premiered October 16th. So
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
sure you check that out too. But those are my two, like, these are the ones I'm doing right now.
Okay. 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 So the step up high water.
Hmm.
What was how did you fit into that character? Was there any part of Elise in that part you would say, or completely day and night, absolutely nothing? What would you say?
Honestly, I would say I'm very very similar to that character, only because so like the whole idea of Step Up High Water is there's this guy, he's from Atlanta, but he's from one of the like lower class neighborhoods of Atlanta, and he makes a school for students who, you know, they come from poverty, they come like they're trying to become performers.
Right, right, right.
He makes a whole performing arts school, and like I said, I went to a performing arts school my whole life, so being able to be on that kind of show, and then also being able to dance on that kind of show, and just being able to do acting and dancing at the same time.
Right, 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 right. Wow. So you can see yourself, you definitely saw yourself perfect for the role that you landed.
Yes.
Okay. So do you have an agent or do you just kind of scout and do it yourself? Or how does that work for you?
Well, right now I'm actually looking for a new agency because my contract with my last agency, I'm not going to say their name, but it did just end.
Okay.
So I am looking for a new agency. To be honest, I'm trying to get, well, I will get with Smith Young Casting. So that's the goal. Fingers crossed.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. But we definitely got to invest into what it is that we're doing because if you don't, no one else will. And I would always say, even in my profession, can nobody, my mama would say, rock my baby the way that I rock my baby. You know what I'm saying? So that thing that I'm purposed to do, can nobody be the diva but me, the way that I am the diva with a destiny. So with that being said, you continue to move, even though with an agent, you still get out there and do your thing and shine for yourself. Yes, an agent is great. Managers are great, coaches are great because I'm one. I'm a mentor. I do several things behind the scene, helping other people, just as I have coaches, mentors, producers. There's certain things we all need some help, but definitely we've got to be our first advocate for what it is that we are passionate about that we're doing. So kudos to you on that, and I pray you'll land an amazing agent that will really, really work for you because understanding and recognizing the craft and the talent that you bring to any table, any room, any screen, I mean, big or small. So, congrats on that. But so definitely with that. So, how long? What you said you're in season number 3? Is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay. So, did you know anyone on the scene? Because now, well, let me say this really quickly. Um, I always see myself acting. I did a movie back in Lord, I'm about to tell my age. 1990, yes, and it was a sequence of the story called Roots, and I'm sure you heard of Roots. You probably seen Roots, the slavery movie, but it was a sequence of Roots, and so I had the amazing opportunity to work with mega stars, and it just blew my mind. But because I was so confident, I am so confident, they were laughing at me. They was like, she is hilarious, okay, because I had the opportunity to work with Danny Glover, Paul Winfield, Anne Margaret. Jasmine Guy was actually the mother, and Queen was the daughter, and Queen was actually Halle Berry. So I got to meet all these people and work with them, and I understand, the take one, take two, till we get down to the take 22 is like, what is really going on? And so with that, the excitement for me going through it, and then when they actually said, it's a take, it's done, like we got what we wanted. And then when you see the movie, I was like, we did this all day or 2 days or 3 days. And when I saw it, it was like, a second. I said, you got to be kidding me. We've been out on set for all these hours, and this is what. So it kind of blew my mind, and a little bit it frustrated me because I was like, if people only know what happens behind the scene and how long the takes are, what would you say about that? How does that work for you? How do you, how do you adjust to that?
To be honest with you, it's one of those things you never like. It's always a little frustrating, but after a while you start looking at it and you're like, if you're the first says, oh, well, we're going to do 2 more takes. That 2 takes is going to turn into 20 takes real quick. And you're like, okay, we just did 10 takes. We just finished that one he was talking about. Cool. We halfway there.
Yeah.
And, but I mean, when you're on set with people who genuinely love what they do and who like they're just as funny and like just as fun to be around as you are, it's easy. Like it goes by so fast and everything is so funny after a while. Like you start joking with your castmates and you're like, honestly, we knew this man was not gonna talk. He talking about some 5 takes. We knew this man gonna be out here for 10 more takes, and then he's gonna around and tell us that he still want 5 more.
See,
So at that point we start playing with it and we're like, well, we did 5 takes like this, let's do 5 more completely different. Let's switch lines, let's just play around.
oh
But
my,
to get fun, and that's also when a lot of times directors will see something and they'll be like, I like that better than the first time you did it, keep playing.
do that again. What did I do? Yes, that, yeah, man. But it was definitely a great experience. It took a minute because I got frustrated and I got excited, but just to be on the set, like you said, and because they were amazing actresses and actors and knew what. And I think the most humble person that I met was Ozzie Davis. He was the most, him and Danny Glover, but Ozzie Davis just really kind of grabbed my heart. So, and I say that because with them being such phenomenal, amazing actors and actresses, he did not allow them to make a big fuss over him, if you know what I mean. And you do. Um, because like when he, they all had their trailers and he may be sitting outside in his chair and he's sitting out there just waiting for them, because they have his stand-in doing whatever. But when it's time for him to come in and say they're ready for him, Mr. Glover, Mr. Ozzie, we're ready, when they bring him on, and that face, he's just sitting out there relaxing, they would kind of say, you guys can't be over here because, he's in character and he's not talking, he's this. And he said, no, it's okay. Don't do that. It's okay. Let them know. It's fine. I'm okay. So he would stop them from trying to make a big deal about just someone wanting to just say, hello, Mr. Davis, or I love you and do the right thing, or I saw you, just a little basic chat. And so it was so humbling to see that. And he was like, no, it's okay. And so he would tell them, like, basically back up, it's okay. So have you ever had an opportunity, not an opportunity, but I would say where maybe you wanted to kind of have a conversation with somebody that you probably admire from afar, from as a little girl watching them on television, and now here you are having an opportunity to meet them? Have you had an experience, anything like that, where it was not for me?
Actually it was I was working on a show as a stand-in for what is the show called? First Wives Club, the new First Wives Club, and Jill Scott was in it actually.
Okay. Okay.
And I think I had dropped my phone or something, and I picked it up, I looked up, and she was looking me dead in my eyes, and I just went blank. Like I was like,
Oh,
that direct, and I wanted to talk to her so bad. But the first AD, he came around the table and he made an announcement kind of to everybody. He was like, please don't talk to Jill Scott. She's fine. She's like, no, I'm sitting at the table with them. We're doing the same work. If they want to speak to me, they can speak to me.
that's right.
And
That,
I looked at her and she looked at me. She was like, I feel like you have something to say. And I was like, I mean, like, mind you, that was the first time I had ever been starstruck, ever. It
right.
was just crazy. When she says living her life like it's golden, she is golden when you look at her. But
That's what I'm talking.
I was speak, and the first AD, he was like, no, I don't want you to, like, don't speak to her. And she was like, no, I just told you, if they want to speak to me, they can speak to me. We're all human here.
Right.
So
Okay.
that was kind of my moment.
Okay, I understand, and that's that because we actually had another actress that was on, but they were smaller, and I would not call their name, but they were if you check out the characters and the stars that was in Queen, the sequence of Roots. She's a grown woman now, but from the Cosby Show and the way they handled her, it was like for me and my girlfriends, and it was actually 13 models from the agency that I was with that were extras in a couple of scenes that they had us in. One was a mental ward, and we got to cut up and act like straight plum fools, but that was the fun part. But the other children was excited to see her and want to talk because they know her from TV, and so the parent said, please don't interrupt her because she's in character and she can't speak to you right now. But it was actually a break. So she was in character, but she wasn't. And so with that, that's why I kind of mentioned that when normally I speak with an actress or an actor, kind of ask them, what is your take on that? But when they did that, several of us went like, what? So I said, well, for me, when she's out of character, she can't get nothing. Not even a hey boo, not a nothing. It was just because I was like, why are you teaching her, training her to be rude when she's on set? Okay, but she's just out here playing with she wants to play with other children, but they kept her separate. The kids are running around having a good time, and she just had to kind of stand back with the parent and just watch. And it was like, that's silly. So anyway, that was the negative experience that I saw that I've had when it came to, you know, as we say, superstars or movie star type thing. But like I said, Ozzie Davis and Danny Glover, the rest of them pretty much was really, really, really cool. And Jasmine Guy says to me, because she's so, so, so small, she may be shorter than you and you're short, really short. And I remember going out, we were moving around doing whatever. And she says to me, and we all had on like these old, the clothes that they would wear in slavery days. And she looked up at me and she says, damn, you're tall. And I looked at her and I said, well, damn, you short. And so she just started laughing. She was like, wow. She said, I am. She said, but I wasn't expecting you to say that. And I said, hey, I'm tall, you short. It is what it is. And so we laughed. She was like, so after that, every time she saw me, she would say, what's up, Diva? And I said, hey, Jasmine. Or Whitley, when I talk like her like that, she would just crack up. But I enjoyed them. So most of them were very down to earth, friendly. I enjoyed it. But I can't wait to see you in action. I would love to be on the set to see how you do. But nevertheless, let's talk about something. What else? Now on the video, what are you doing in the video you mentioned?
So I am one of the lead dancers in the video.
Okay.
It is, oh my goodness, that video was probably the most excited I've ever been to do a video because it was my first dance solo in a music video.
Wow.
And the whole beginning of the video is just me dancing.
Cool beans.
So
Okay.
it was really cool, but it was also like I was very nervous going in because it was so many people around, and we had this one giant spotlight,
Oh,
and they were, hey, do what you do. We're not going to choreograph it. It's all you. And I
yeah.
was like, huh? Because the time I was being told that we might be choreographed, and I was like, okay, I can come in, I can learn it real quick. That's cool. And the director was like, okay, you ready? And I was like, oh, are we not gonna we're not gonna go over choreo? He was like, choreo? No, that's the freestyle. Go ahead, babe. So it had to be 50 to like 65 people there, and
Wow.
everybody stopped and they just looked, and I was like, okay, D, this your time, baby girl. Let's go. And I was like, hey.
Do it. You were talking. I just heard the song. It's your time to shine. Is it Kelly Price? It's your time.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
what I'm hearing in my head when you're talking because I'm seeing you do whatever. So was it hip hop? Was it?
It
Uh,
it ended up being like a hip hop jazz kind of thing that I was doing with a lot of like Vogue moments in there because she's very house music.
right.
So I incorporate a lot of Vogue. And I was also doing moves that I didn't even know I could do. I was just hoping for the best. And I was like, if I fall, I'm gonna just have to make it graceful and get up like nothing happened.
Girl, come through. That's what I'm talking about. I'm loving it. Graceful and keep it moving. Keep it moving. That is awesome. So that's very, you have a very exciting life. And so a lot of young ladies your age and maybe even older that has a passion for dancing but don't know where to start, or not sure about how maybe to even go about doing any of it, give me three things that you could leave with them that you would tell them, that is very important, that they should do in pursuing, you know.
To be honest, the very first thing I would say is get into classes. Like get into dance classes, get close to your teachers, because 9 times out of 10, your teachers are the ones who can get you a lot more places than you think they can, or a lot more places than you know they could. Um, but yeah, that's definitely the first thing. Get into classes, start networking with other dancers in your classes and with your teachers, and start doing open classes as well, because open classes, it just brings you to new people instead of the same maybe like 20 people you're used to dancing with.
Mhm.
In classes, start speaking to different teachers. Also, when you're in, well, I guess this is my second point, when you're in classes, don't stand in the back.
Come on.
Make sure you stand in the front. Like nobody can see you if you're in the back. And then 10 out of 10 times, it's maybe 50 to 100 people in that dance studio. Nobody can see you and you can't see the teacher.
Mm.
So, like, if you know you have a talent, why are you standing in the back? Go, baby, put yourself front and center. Like,
Come on. Yes.
and a lot of people are afraid to be front and center when it comes to a dance class. But I don't, I've always had a teacher. Her name is Miss May. She told me, if there's space in the front, you better take the space and you better fill it up if nobody wants to stand around you. So
On.
that's what I try to do. I get in there, I take it, and I fill it up. And I was third for sure. Don't compare yourself to anybody else in the class.
Mm,
Don't
mm,
to anybody else once you book that job. Don't compare yourself to any of these other dancers who've been dancing for 20 plus years. Don't
right.
compare yourself to the people who's been dancing for 2 years. I mean, everybody is on their own path. So you just, flowers don't look left to right to see if they bloom. They just bloom on their own. So
Girl, you better say that again. Don't make me write that one down. Give it to me at least. Say that part again. I love that.
flowers don't look to their left and to their right to bloom. They just bloom on their own.
On their own. Now that right there, a preacher would say, I can preach that. That is good. I love that. And that is very true. Very true. I mean, you think about it, and I always use the analogy, even with flowers, about how assorted flowers, they make the bouquet. If you want a dozen of roses, then you buy that. But if you buy a spray of flowers or a bouquet of flowers, then that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a variety. You're not going to get all the same, but when you want one of the kind, then that's what you do. You buy a dozen, or you get a dozen of roses, or a dozen of carnations. But when you just want a bouquet gives you a variety of flowers. And as you said, they all stand on their own, looking, unique in their own right. So I am so grateful, grateful, grateful for this opportunity to kind of hear what you're going. So is there anything before I let you go back, because you're busy and productive, because I know sometimes people can be just busy, but you are busy being productive. Is there anything you'd like to say to that young lady that has gotten so many no's till she can't see, the light of day, and just trying and trying, but somehow she just keeps getting a no? She works hard, she's pushing, but she hasn't gotten that one yes yet. What would you say to her?
The really the best, the only thing and the best thing I can say is when one door closes, another one is gonna open every time. It's a guarantee is another one is going to open. If you
Yeah.
look at Raji P. Henson, she got 55 no's before somebody told her yes.
What you say? Come on. I love that. Perfect, perfect example. And we know she is an amazing icon and a beast at what she does. So as you said, she got 55 no's. And a lot of people wouldn't tell that, because some people want you to think that they've always been where they are. Absolutely not. And so my dad told me years and years ago, everything, and sometimes I quote it even on Facebook and some of my posts, everything that is big was once small. So they don't just wake up out the womb and boom, they made it arrive. Denzel Washington would be one. You know, they told him never. He's a horrible actor, and he's one of the top in the world. It's like, are you kidding me? And as you said, Taraji P. So there's several people that we love and we admire from afar. And you know, society says icon, so I'm just using that terminology, but I don't lift up anybody. I respect and love everybody for their craft, but as far as just, praising them as a person, never that. So I'm never starstruck, but I admire them. So yes, I would love to meet certain ones and just be in their presence and just kind of share and just chat. So yeah, but definitely I agree. You get so many no's. So, Queens, we've had the opportunity, and Kings, to chat with the Deanna Elise. Once again, this is her second time on Table Talk. She came in, and I always laugh when I go back to YouTube and check out the views. And just in all honesty, your show, your views, you had more views on any Table Talk that I have done since I've started when you came on. The people were so hyped, and you had so many people viewing and sharing it. It blew my mind, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. So that speaks volume about your talent and your gift, and that you're going big places. You're doing big things now, but it's going to even be bigger. And so I have the honor to say that that's my niece, and she's been on Table Talk twice. And so, yeah, so, as time continues to progress and you do more and more things, at some point down the road, I will be reaching out, and you may say, oh, Auntie, I could probably do it next year, or let me know.
I always fine.
It is, yes, and it is cool. So I'm super proud of you, super proud of you. I know Mom and Dad is so proud. And so sometimes if I speak to Mom will say, I don't know. She just her daddy probably, I don't know. I just, she just tell me when. Like, like she always got something going on. But they are super proud of you. Family's proud. So we are definitely excited. But thank you again. So I won't hold you any longer. I want you to get back to your practice. And I know you had some other things. But I just love you and love the spirit that you are traveling in, and being positive and sharing your craft and your gift with the world. So thank you for that.
Thank you for having me. This was great. Again.
Always, always, always. And we were actually together in the same studio when you did it the last time. So we was able to jam it out on the way out. So definitely we can do that, but we're going to have to do it from where you are and where I am. But once again, we thank you, Table Talks. Thank you for your yes. Thank you, yes, to God, for just being obedient and hearing his voice, that this is what I'm supposed to do. Continue to stay in your lane, run your race, and we'll see you at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. I love you, love you, love you. Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
right. Right. All right. Well, we've done it again, and we've completed our mission with Table Talk with Deanna Elise, correction. So thank you. So make sure that you share the episode. Make sure you tell everybody about it, view it, leave your comments, and, so she can respond as she take a look back at it when time allows her to. So definitely make sure and share, tag, and like the episode. Continue to be productive, and remember, in order to transform your life to become something or someone that you've never been, you've got to do something you've never done before. So with that being said, you've got to be open and willing for change. I am Arthur Pierre Collins, the Diva with a Destiny, and we are out. And this is our last show for the season of 2022. So we'll be back in January. We hadn't left yet. We're still going strong. So continue to be positive, share, love, like on someone, love on someone. You never know that your smile, your positivity could be the thing that saves their lives. So I love you, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we'll see you in 2023. We're out.
She's a diva with a destiny, got purpose and zest, you see. Books, business, and accessories. She walks in favor, and she's blessed indeed. She keeps her head and her heels high, and her limit soars beyond the sky. If it's purpose she's pushing, you've tuned in with Table Talk with a Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in. The enemy he's trapped won't win. For God has given you vision, and in the end you shall win. Yeah. Table Talk with the Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya.